Heyo, I'm going to do another video on Welwitschia just because I have a extra special surprise to show you, a variegated Welwitschia towards the end of the video. But once again, just a little description of them because they are so unusual. They are a gymnosperm, meaning they have cones, so think of a pine tree, and they're dioecious, meaning there's either a male or a female. And of course, we won't know until they cone. Another interesting fact is that they will only ever get 2 leaves their whole entire life. So this is one leaf and it's split, and this is another leaf and it's split. And so most leaves, if you look around, right, even though we're in the desert, there's leaves. Almost all leaves are determinate. They get to a certain age, size, and they fall off, and they don't have meristematic tissue, which is the tissue that enables things to keep growing. That's why stems are so important, because they usually contain the meristematic tissue. But this is the exception, always exception. So there's meristematic tissue that just allows the leaf to keep growing and growing, and you can see how incredibly thick it is. So this one is about 54 years old. It's our oldest Welwitschia. And of course, you know, with age, the lower leaves are gonna brown, and every once in a while, you know, we forget to tell students not to trim the brown edges off, and they'll bring them to us all very proud like, and we only have ourselves to blame. But apparently in Berkeley, a volunteer cut the whole entire leaf off. But grows back, decades worth of growth. So I'll walk over to here, show you a different one. So we do grow our oldest one. So that old one back there, funny story, we were trying to figure out how old it was in that tube, and I was talking to a nursery owner, Don Shore, on my podcast, and he's like, hey, do you guys still have that Welwitschia that I put in that big tube back in 1977? I'm like, well, there you go. It's been in that tube for 45 years, and we are getting some new deep pots custom made because they have very deep tap roots. They are from Namibia, but sort of along the coastal fog belt. So that is a theory of why the leaves could be curled as well, is that the fog will get trapped in there, condense, and then fall down, and it's another water source for them. So what you have here is the stem, the leaves that keep growing, a deep taproot with some fibrous roots. The oldest ones in Namibia are about 1,000 to 2,000. As I stated, our oldest one is about 54 years old. And right here, this one is a male because we're collecting the pollen. So here's a male cone, strobili, and we're collecting the pollen for when we have a female. So all we do is we just take a brush and we'll brush the pollen onto the female cone. And I'll show you that coming up, along with, of course, the variegated Welwitschia. Okay, so I'm in a different greenhouse with a collection of some pretty decent size specimens that we have. And right here, this is a female cone that's not open yet. And this is actually off of a subspecies, Welwitschia mirabilis subspecies namibiana. So there are 2 different subspecies, I believe. So we've recently transplanted them into bigger pots. Our soil is our succulent mix with extra pumice. I'm gonna just move pan over here so you can see 2 more. All right, so here it is. Here is the variegated Welwitschia. Look at that variegation. Isn't that beautiful? So fortunately, we don't have this available for the public to see. It just got transplanted recently again into a nice custom deep pot. They don't have to be in deep pots. We have a lot growing in 8-inch pots. You just have to water them more frequently. So a lot of people think, oh, they don't need to be watered from the desert. But they actually get more water than our other succulents. So the ones in the tubes will water about once a week to twice a week, but every other day for our ones in 8-inch pots. It's probably more ideal to put them in a deep pot, so we are moving them. Let's see if we could look over here. Look at that. So beautiful. So as we collect pollen and pollinate and start more, hopefully we'll get another variegated one, but I believe this is our only variegated one after, you know, decades and decades of growing them. But it's a beauty.